Why do you think because...
The recent press conference for the big YouTubers versus TikTokers fight ended up turning into a massive brawl with Austin McBroom and Bryce Hall at the center of it. Not only that, but Tana Mongeau decided to challenge her ex Bella Thorne to a boxing match as well. I'm gonna get into all of those details in just a moment, but first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we would really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin. Moments before all of the chaos went down between Austin and Bryce, Tana Mongeau was also at the event and decided to call out her ex Bella Thorne.
Bella Thorne, if you're watching this, fight me.
If you recall, Tana and Bella began dating back in 2017, but since breaking up, they have been constantly trading insults back and forth online for everyone to see. The release of Bella's latest song certainly did not help calm things down either. The entire thing threw shade at Tana, and thus their drama escalated further, with Tana even reacting to Bella's music video. For a while though, we had not heard a peep out of either of them, but I suppose all of this fight conference hype had Tana Mongeau all charged up. If you missed it in the clip, Tana challenged Bella on her Instagram and said, "Bella Thorne, if you're watching this, fight me." Although seconds after saying that, all hell broke loose with Bryce Hall shoving Austin McBroom. So while Tana was in the stands plotting her own fight, let's go down to the floor to see what was happening between Austin and Bryce before this eruption. Being that we are just under a month away from this massive boxing event between YouTubers and TikTokers, it was only a matter of time before we saw some chaos. The main focus of this card has been YouTuber Austin McBroom and TikToker Bryce Hall, who are scheduled to face each other on June 12th. Although the two of them were able to get in a couple shots early, both oddly in roasting the other's attire and physically when Bryce attacked. While the host Keemstar and FouseyTube attempted to keep things focused on questions in regards to the fight, they just could not contain Bryce and Austin from periodically getting up out of their chairs to intimidate the other. The entire broadcast even had to be cut short because of this fight. Luckily, there were a million other cameras in the room that could capture this at multiple angles. What triggered Bryce to run up and push Austin stems from an intimidation attempt from McBroom. He first tells Bryce that he was the last on the list of people that he wanted to fight, and then Keemstar says that he campaigned for the two of them to fight because neither of them had ever fought in a ring before, which then prompted Bryce to ask Austin if he had ever even been in a fight before. And you can see from the video that this comment certainly gets under the skin of Austin, and he's not going to take that sitting down. No, he quite literally stands up and says to Bryce, "What do you consider a fight?" But the way that he said it sounded much more like he was saying, "Fight me right now." I mean, let's roll the clip and you can see for yourself.
What kind of question is that? Of course I've been in a fight. I think everybody's been in a fight.
No, but have you ever been in like an
what do you consider a fight?
If you step,
what do you consider a fight?
Now you gotta remember that they are doing this in front of an audience, so when someone gets embarrassed by a comment or intimidated by a move, that embarrassment is then amplified because it's in front of a bunch of other content creators no less, and spectators that are all filming it, which is definitely why things escalated from such nothing insults to just throwing hands immediately. And right after the two almost go nose to nose the first time, you can see that Bryce is steaming and he keeps saying things like, "Don't ever step to me like that." I think he definitely wasn't ready for Austin to just pop out of his chair, and it may have startled him a little bit. After the press conference, Austin spoke with TMZ about how angry he was with how the fight unfolded with Bryce, saying, "He out here trying to wrestle. We gotta fight June 12th. He's wrestling me. If he does that BS on June 12th, he's getting his ass knocked out. That's what's happening." Austin also went on to insist that none of this was staged and that he genuinely couldn't wait to knock him out. On the other side of things, Bryce Hall told TMZ that if he wins, he's using the KO bonus money to buy a new house for his mother. Now, if you want to talk about shade being thrown though, take a look at what Austin said on Twitter right after this event. It's just blasting Bryce. I mean, come to find out, Bryce Hall is as strong as my 10-month-old baby boy. Steel boy, you want to fight him instead of me. And in response to that, Bryce said, "Glad your security was there to push me off of you. After I'm done with you, I got a better fight next, so I'm not worried." Regardless of the hype that is going into this, and I'm sure these two do honestly hate each other, this is gonna be terrible. I mean, we just had a taste of what was to come, and boy oh boy did it look amateur. Either way, the battle for social media bragging rights, I guess if you will, is coming on June 12th, and we want to know your thoughts on all of this, so make sure to drop us a comment down below, and while you do that, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled, "Tana Mongeau files lawsuit against Dr. Phil because of this." Vita Vita says, "Just for fun" is kind of a phrase that I don't want to hear along with the word lawsuit. Yeah, we don't want to start doing that. We don't want to set a precedent for just for fun lawsuits. No. Let's not do that. Desmond Smith says, the saying is, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. And honestly, Desmond, it took me 3 times to do that comment. Maybe doing it yourself isn't right, always. Maybe somebody should have been reading the comments for me. Lady says, I still can't believe I attended TanaCon. By the way, I was also on that episode of Dr. Phil. What? That's like a double win. I mean, except for the TanaCon thing, but hey, clout, right? Clout, that's a cool story. You can say this burn was from TanaCon. Charles Parker says, I don't think the Dr. Phil stuff will really hurt Tana. Besides that, any action she took would be hella expensive considering the lawyers the network has to defend Dr. Phil. Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess around with those lawyers at all. I mean, it is also smart for Tana to use Dr. Phil as some sort of clickbait to make people forget about her own problematic past. Pearl Martinez says, wait, people watch you at half speed? I watch on double. Damn, achievement unlocked. But either way, guys, that has been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube.